The body of Pope Francis is now lying in state in St. Peter's Basilica at the Vatican.
He will remain there until the funeral on Saturday, expected to be attended by many world leaders, including President Trump. Let's take a live look from the Vatican. On your left is St. Peter's Basilica, where the Pope's body is lying in state. On your right is St. Peter's Square. Thousands of people have been paying their respects during the public viewing. And thanks to modern technology, mourners around the world are able to feel part of the experience. KTLA's Samantha Cortese is live in the newsroom with details. Sam?
Hi, Sharon, Micah. Today, more than ever before, people have access to view the Catholic sacred tradition leading up to the conclave. We spoke with one woman who joined artists, actors, and journalists to meet one-on-one with Pope Francis. She said he was deeply committed to using art and media to reach those on the margins. More than 20,000 people from around the world gathered in St. Peter's Square as the mortal remains of the late Pope Francis entered into the basilica to lie in state. A simple wooden casket placed eye level, the pontiff even foregoing the papal red shoes for his eternal rest, as a sign of walking with all people.
He kind of found the perfect way to speak to young people.
He came to Philadelphia, and just how the first thing he did was go to the prisons. He exemplified mercy the most.
The faithful can visit until Friday. Then the casket will be sealed and prepared for the funeral Saturday morning. Many looking ahead to this historic event during the most technologically advanced time in history.
A funeral of this magnitude, we have the blessing of modern means of communication and streaming, so you can really watch what happens during the funeral process, during the visitation, and the world pouring out.
Alexis Walkenstein was among a delegation of Catholics and media who met with Pope Francis in 2022 at the Vatican.
He was amazing. He was very regular, very kind. He didn't want any formalities.
Walkenstein describes Pope Francis as joyful, accessible, and deeply committed to using media to reach those on the margins.
Pope Francis really had this tremendous desire and understanding of how art, film, media was able to communicate a message, leaning on artists and people who have faith that are well placed in the world and using their gifts for the glory of God. It's a brilliant strategy.
Pope Francis' funeral mass will mark the beginning of an ancient tradition of holding 9 consecutive days of mourning before a conclave begins to choose his successor. In the newsroom, Samantha Cortese, KTLA 5 News.
Sam, thank you. Stay with KTLA for continuing coverage on the death of Pope Francis as we remember his life and legacy, and as the Vatican prepares for Saturday's funeral, which will be watched worldwide.